Okay, so welcome, ladies, to today's webinar. Today we shall be looking at Women in Digital Business, the Foundations Program on Digital Skills, and I am your facilitator, Lilian Macharia. I say karibuni sana, welcome to today's class. And we will be looking at block 3, which is selling online. How do you engage online? Which are the options? Which are the channels that you can use for selling online? And we will start with looking at a recap of what we have done so far. Block 1, we looked at the difference between digitalization, and digital transformation. And then in block 2, we looked at creating an online presence, and we looked at social media, the different types of social media, and how the pros and cons of each of the social media, so that you get to choose which is the right social media for you based on the kind of business that you do. And then we also looked at having a website for your business, or alternatively having a landing page. And we looked at the pros and cons of each, the website and the landing page. So for today, we are going to be looking at selling on social media network platforms, how we go about it, the pros and the cons. And then we will also be looking at the marketplace, selling in a marketplace or selling on a business website. What is the difference, and what are the pros and cons of each? Then we will look at a sales funnel that is very good or ideal for you when you're doing or you're engaging in online business. So today, let me just ask you, have you ever bought anything online? Have you ever bought anything online? Could be a handbag, it could be beddings, it could be an electric gadget, etc. Have you ever bought anything online? And if you have, what was your experience? Did you have a wow experience? Did they wow you with the quality of the product, maybe even the delivery, the customer service, etc.? Or did you have a nasty experience? Did you have, like what I show here, what you ordered versus what you got? Because at times we place orders and we are praying and trusting that they will send us the right thing. Then you order something that online looked like the dress that is on our left. And then now, when it gets delivered to you, it looks like a rag. It looks like something that, got spit out of a cow's mouth. Have you ever? Anybody would want to share? You can share it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and say how you placed an order online and what it is you got. Was it a pleasant experience, or did you have a nasty experience? Anybody would like to share with us? Petronella, Paris. Hey, today it's the P. There is Petronella, there is Paris, and then there is Pauline. Welcome. Petronella, have you ever ordered online, and how was your experience?
I was just going to say Paris has said yes. She can share.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead, Paris.
Yes, I once ordered for house heater.
Mm-hmm.
On the photo, it looked very big, but when I received it, it was very small. So
wow.
I was really disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But I also came to realize that it was working very well, even if it was small.
Okay.
So
That's nice.
The quality was still good. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. And did that experience make you feel that you don't want to order online again, or was the experience, it didn't dampen you, that would you be willing to buy online again?
I'm very cautious when ordering now. Very
cautious. Okay. Well, pole sana. At times things don't go the way they should, but ideally, and especially now that you have joined this program, and the reason is that you would want to engage in online business, kindly do ensure that whatever it is you post, the images that you use, let them be the images of the actual products that you're going to be delivering. Don't post something that looks like it was made in mass, and then you deliver something that looks like it was manufactured in Venus. They need to be the same product. That's the only way you will get good ratings, good referrals online. So, like I said in our agenda for today, first things we're going to be looking at is how to sell on social media networks. That means, how do you sell on Instagram? How do you sell on Facebook? How do you sell on TikTok, etc.? And we're going to be looking at social media for sales. Now, social media, as the name suggests, they were actually put together primarily for people to socialize, get to know each other, touch base, and share jokes and all that. But over time, they have really gone into being good avenues for selling. But predominantly, social media works very, very well for marketing. You're able to splash your products. You're able to write articles about what you do or about your products, etc. It creates awareness about you, your business, and what you do. It is very good at doing that. You can do it using the free versions of the social media, or you can even run ads on social media and you will market your products. However, when it comes to selling, it was not designed as a selling platform per se. And therefore, you will find that when you're in social media, you will be able to see things that people are selling. But when now you want to buy from them, you have to take the conversation off social media. So you have to either go into their DM, and then now you will have to go into, say, WhatsApp, and you're talking and you're agreeing on payment and all that. And the payment now is not something that you can click on the social media page and it takes you to a payment gateway. You will need, the seller will need to either send you their till number or their pay bill number or whatever payment method they use. And then now you will have to engage with it away from where you first saw your product. So that's the downside of selling on social media. Doesn't mean that people are not selling. And there are people who sell in the millions on social media. So it is still a good tool. What you need to do is to ensure that you have integrated your messaging service to your social media such that when a customer comes and looks and sees they want something, they can very quickly just get into your WhatsApp from your social media so that now they can engage you when they want to when they want to buy. That's the only way. Ensure you have other integrations at the back end to support selling on social media. So let's look at the tips for selling on social media. And the first thing is you need to create a catalog. A catalog, if you're selling products, your catalog needs to be your images of your products so that people can come there on social media and they see. If you're baking cakes, today Maureen is not there. If you're baking cakes, then you come up with a catalog of cakes you've done before, maybe wedding cakes, birthday cakes, children cakes, etc., so that people can see what you do, showcase what you do. And in the catalog also is the same place that you will include the pictures of your product. Catalog will have a list of the products that you sell or the services that you offer, and then accompanying pictures of those products. Make sure your products look good. Even if you don't have the budget for very good quality studio pictures or professionally taken pictures, make an effort, even with your phone, to ensure that at least your product can sell themselves the way the images that you have. Now, social media, because it was not meant or set up as a selling website, it doesn't necessarily have terms and conditions. However, in your social media pages, you can put a description and pin it as a post that talks about your terms and conditions, what you do, with the hours you deliver, maybe how much it costs to deliver. If you have a policy on returns, what is the policy? If you have a policy on refunds, what is the policy for refunding people and discounts, etc. Then Unfortunately, like I said, social media doesn't have shipping integrated, so you will need to have a third party, and then you send the people to the third party, or you as the seller goes to the third party and initiates the shipment of the product to the customer. Then the payment options also, you don't have a place that you can click on social media that says pay now, and then once you click there, it gives you maybe the option of a debit card, a credit card, or M-Pesa or whatever. Those things are not on social media. So the only way you can circumvent these, or at least make it slightly more seamless for the customers, is to automate messenger service in your social media pages so that now they can engage with you to get details on how to pay. Now that is social media. If that is where you are at right now, don't beat yourself up and say, I am not yet, bado sijakoma, I'm yet to get to the place where I can have my website, or I can list my places on websites that sell goods, etc. No, even in social media, if you do it right, if you make an effort to make it work for you, have the right catalog that describes what you do, the products you have, and even the prices, when the products are available, you can still do a lot of selling. Now, over and above social media, now we have what we call the marketplace and business e-commerce sites. And this one is, for example, there we have Jumia. Jumia is an online marketplace. Marketplaces are places where a website has been put up or been set up by a company that is the service provider, and then now sellers of different goods come there and become sign up to be suppliers through that marketplace. For example, if you go to Jumia, I keep saying you go to Jumia, you will find everything. You will find kitchen equipment, you will find even laundry machines, you will have shoes, you'll have clothes, you will have lotion, body care products, etc., being sold by a whole myriad of persons. And in the same Jumia, you might find two different vendors who sell on Jumia, selling the same shoe, but they have different prices for them. So you have to be very careful on Jumia when you're doing your pricing, because you are very many, you don't know who else is selling the same product is also a vendor on Jumia. So that is Jumia. It is good, easy to get into, and very convenient. And you can be able to ride on the convenience that Jumia gives of people coming to shop and browsing the product. And also Jumia integrates a payment and delivery gateway. Then we have the business e-commerce site like Carrefour, where now a company or a business creates their own website to sell only the goods that they offer in their business. So if you go to Carrefour, you will not find products that have come from Naivas, or you will not find products that have come from, say, a different vendor or a different business different from Carrefour. Everything that is in there is owned by Carrefour. So let's look at the differences between them. The online marketplace like Jumia, the marketplace, that whole website is owned by the people who own Jumia, not by the seller who is selling the product. On the e-commerce site, the website is owned by the business. So the Carrefour website, online e-commerce website, is owned by Carrefour. Then when it comes to order fulfillment, in Jumia, order is done by the platform. What does that mean? Jumia is the one that walks you through the website, all the way from browsing to putting the things in the cart to making the payment, etc. All that is being done by Jumia. The vendor, all they needed to provide is their details. Then, but on the other side, Carrefour, all the order fulfillment is done by Carrefour, the company. Then when it comes to payment, in the online marketplace, you don't pay the vendor. You don't pay the person who is selling those shoes. You pay the money to Jumia. Jumia waits and confirms that the item was dispatched and delivered to the customer. Once they confirm that the customer received their product and the customer has no complaint, that's when they pay the seller. However, you going to Jumia, you will never get to know that shoe came from Lillian or that shoe came from Paris. You will just know, I went to Jumia, I bought a pair of shoes, Jumia delivered the shoe to me. Now, on the e-commerce side, when you go to Carrefour, when you're placing the order, you're dealing with Carrefour itself. When you're making payments, when they give you that M-Pesa till number, it will show you Carrefour. So everything from the ownership of the website to the processing of the order is done by Carrefour. Now, the advantage of the e-commerce site is in case there is a service failure and something happens, now it is easier to get to the person because you dealt with Carrefour. So when you make a call to complain, it is Carrefour that you will be speaking to. Come to Jumia, if something is wrong, you will call Jumia. Then Jumia will look at what kind of product had you ordered. Then they trace that vendor and then they speak to the vendor. So it takes longer in case there is a problem with delivery or with the service. There was a service failure. It takes longer when you're dealing with the online marketplace. However, for you who is in this class, who is a small business owner, an online marketplace is easier and faster to get onto as compared to you deciding you want to come up with a website that has all the functionality of an e-commerce site, because there's a difference between a regular website and an e-commerce website. A regular website shows things. It is just almost like social media. It shows things, but it doesn't have the additions like placing things in a cart and then making payments from there, where all you get is a prompt on your phone. If you choose M-Pesa and then you just put in your PIN, and then on the screen it shows you that your order has been paid for. Now, those are different. When you do that, that is when you're said to be having an e-commerce site. So for you to sell online, you need to have something that is called a sales funnel. A sales funnel is basically the journey that you walk your prospects from the moment they get to know about you, when you start marketing and talking about yourself on online, to the time when they actually exchange their money for the goods and the services that you offer. And so the sales funnel helps you get in touch with your prospects. This is done through marketing, and prospects are the people who have the potential to become your client. Then from the way you interact with them online, you convert them into leads. Leads are people maybe who have clicked twice on your product, or when you wrote something, they went and clicked on all the images. It shows that they have an interest in what it is that you're selling. And then now you nurture your leads in the sales funnel until they become your customers. And these are the people who actually buy from you. Regardless of how well you're doing your marketing, if you're not converting some of your prospects into customers, then you're doing a lot of busy work online, but you're not selling. So now let's look at the sales funnel that is ideal for an online website. And this is the AIDA sales funnel, where you start at the wider end of the pipeline, or the funnel is where you create awareness. This is when you engage in activities that help the customers to know about you. So you're posting on social media, you're hosting webinars to talk about what you do, or you're writing content online. Those are awareness creating activities. Then after you've created awareness to your customers, the next thing you need to do is to engage with them, to entice them to choose you, to select you from the wide network of people doing the same thing that you do. So here what you do, once you realize somebody has visited your website or keeps on commenting or liking your post on social media, now you get into their DM, you talk to them. That's what we call warm lead contacting, or you offer to send them free quotes or free estimates. Others even send you free samples, etc. Or now you ask them to join your email list, where now you can take the conversation further and get to discuss more about what you do. That is the interest stage, the I. Then D is what you do in order to make yourself relatable, to help your customers make a decision. What are some of the things that you do? You offer them consultation. If you are a consultant like me who offers coaching and consultancy services, you can offer what we call discovery sessions, where now you tell them, we can get onto a call, I will get to talk to you, and I will get to understand who you are, what your problems are, so that I can provide a solution for you. And you can also offer to train them on the things that you do, or you can offer to invite them to a place where you're talking about your products and services. This is to just help them to make a decision. And at this stage, when you are engaging in these activities, you should always have a call to action. And the call to action should be selling, because you have walked them through awareness and interest. Now here you want to tell them, okay, now that you have seen the kind of cakes that I make, which one do you want? Can I make for you a 1 kg forest, black forest, etc.? Help them make a decision. Then now that is where now it leads you into the action. That is where you now, from the way you have engaged them in the decision stage, it becomes very seamless or very easy for you to ask them to buy your product. You have nurtured the relationship through the funnel from the first time they go to know you, to ensuring that your posting is consistent so that they keep showing interest, to getting them to a place where you're helping them make a decision, and then to asking them to place an order. How many of us, let's see, how many people are here right now? Sorry. Let's see. Participants, yes. Oh, hello, Philly. How are you? Philly?
Hi, Lilian.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I am well, and you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Yes. Now, let me ask you, do you have a sales funnel? Let's start there. Or first tell us, what is your business? How do you engage with your customers online?
I'm in the baking industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I bake cakes and make pastries.
Mm-hmm.
I have some social media pages on Instagram. I have a page on Facebook and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I mostly engage. I
Mm-hmm.
also have a WhatsApp business too.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my customers sometimes by referral from someone I've worked with before or I've baked for before.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly that's how I engage them on the WhatsApp messenger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I get to know what they would like. I suggest to them what I feel would be appropriate for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until now I work with them until we get to a point where they get something that is they're comfortable with for their need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's now. Let me ask you, Philly. Now that you
Yes.
say you're in the cake business and you're doing it online,
Yeah.
we came to your social media pages. Would we be able to see images? Let's see. Where was this? Here. Do you have a catalog of the things that you do? Do you have pictures? How are your pages?
My pages have images of what I've made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do my best to post regularly when I make a new order or an ongoing order.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's done,
Mm-hmm.
I usually prefer to post it there so that someone can check
Mm-hmm.
even as they before they engage, they can see what type of work I do and if
Mm-hmm.
it's something they would be interested in.
Okay.
But on WhatsApp business, I'm yet to do the catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I am working on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We can hold you accountable for that. That
Yes.
you'll get your catalog on WhatsApp for
Yes,
business.
I
Mm-hmm.
need to upload it there too for easy access.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the e-commerce business models. And this is just the way you can engage with your potential clients on the e-commerce, on online business. The first one is the business to consumer. This is where a registered business that is functioning with a business name engages directly with customers. And usually when you're dealing with this, the sale is usually final. They normally, when this model normally does not accept refunds, it does not accept returns. They say goods once sold cannot be returned. And the businesses that are in this model are businesses that deal with small retail products that cost little money here and there, and then now they bank on volume. Then we have the consumer to consumer. This is where somebody discovers that maybe they bought a dress, it didn't fit them, and then now they want to put it online or in WhatsApp groups that are marketplaces, and they sell. Or maybe you discover you have outgrown some of your clothes, or your babies have outgrown their clothes or their bed, and you want to sell. This is normally done in the online marketplaces. Nobody is registered. It is just one consumer who has a product that they no longer need or is in extra. They don't need as many, and now they look for people to sell to. Then the other one is business to business, and this is where now one corporate entity sells goods to another. And then at times, it is a wholesaler selling to a retailer. And I like what Pauline said. She said in her household business, he buys things from wholesalers and then she sells them to end users. So she engages in B2B to source her product and then sells them B2C. Now her business sells to the end consumers. And these things are normally sold for profit. In consumer to consumer, at times you're selling just to return your money. Maybe you bought a bed. When you put it in, you had underestimated the size of the bed compared to the size of the room you want to put it in. Then you realize, I bought it for 40,000. Let me just sell it for 40,000. I just want my money back. But in business to business, people are making profits. Same thing to business to consumer. Then the last model, business model, is consumer to business. This is where a person engages as an individual but provides services to a business. For example, an architect might come in as an individual, not a licensed business, and offer their services to the business. Or other consultants, let's say you are a trainer and maybe you don't have a registered business, and then a company calls you, engages you to train for them. Now that is consumer to business. This one is normally done by people who have technical know-how. They have a skill that they can sell to corporates or to businesses, or they have a talent that they can sell to corporates. Like even comedians, you find comedians have been invited by a business for their end year party, and the comedian comes there, entertains you for 2-3 hours, and they walk away with a tidy sum. It's because they have a skill that they are bringing, and they can be able to sell it as an individual to a business. So when it comes to you, the people who are in this class, when you want to choose a model for your business, there are many things that you need to consider. The first thing is your target market. Who are the people you're targeting? If they are end users, that means consumers, then you cannot set up a B2B business. Understand your target audience so that you tailor how you present the product to them. If your target audience are businesses, then you cannot be engaging even on social media the way somebody who sells to end users or retailers or consumers does it. When you're dealing with a business, the way you speak to them online is slightly different than somebody who deals with end users. Then also look at your products and services. Which business model will align for them? If you, like I said, you're a technical person, you have a lot of experience, or you've been through enough schooling for you to be called a subject matter expert, then the best business model would be consumer to business, because now you can package yourself as an individual who is highly skilled, and then you go and sell because the product or the service you're providing suits that business model. And then also the user experience. What do you want as customers are engaging with you? What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to take away from your interaction? And if you are selling very high-end products, then that costs some top dollar money. You cannot just be going there as a business to customer to customer business model. If your product, the higher the the value of the product, the more the reason why you should now come across as a business that is engaging with business, with people. And then also when you're looking at the payment, what kind of business model will support a payment that is appropriate for the kind of things that you're selling? Like I'm saying, if you are a seller of, say, what? You sell the very high-end cars. You want your payments to be made to a company, not to an individual. So you set up a business to consumer or a business to business model. Then the customer support, how much are you willing to engage your customers as they are making the buying decision and even after they have bought? Now you're offering them after-sales support. If you want to offer very elaborate after-sales support, then you need to come across as a business, because now for you to offer that support, then you need a team around you to be able to offer it. So you cannot present yourself as an individual, and then now when they need support, they get to speak to other people, yet they engaged you as an individual. Let them know from the get-go they engaged you as a business, and therefore in the business there will be somebody who will be maybe dealing with your finance. There will be somebody in the finance person is the one who will be invoicing, and then there will also be somebody who will be dealing with customer service. Then if you want to grow big from the get-go, even as you're setting up, set yourself up as a business, not just as an individual, so that in case you want to expand and become bigger in the future, the business is already in existence. If you want to bring in partners in the future, the business is in existence. And that is about also scalability. It is difficult to scale if you set yourself up at the beginning as an individual. But if you set yourself up as a business or a registered business or a registered company, even if you didn't have a team at the time you were setting up, when you're scaling, all you need to do is to bring in people into the company and you're able to grow. So choose the right model for you based on your product and based on your target market and based on your future. Where would you want to see your business growing? And there's a quote, there's a prompt here that says your e-commerce business model needs to be adapted to your product or service as well as to your target market. You choose your product, ensure you understand your product so that you know which is the best model for it. And then also, who are going to be your target market? Are you targeting people in urban areas, in rural areas, the young, the old, the corporate, the senior corporate employees, etc.? Any questions so far? Any questions? Pet, are there any questions? Sorry? Yes, go ahead.
So there's this thing that I've heard many digital marketers talk about, like the algorithms, like for the social media sites. Maybe you mention like briefly about them.
Okay, so you want me to mention? Yes. Like we said at the beginning, when social media, especially, let's use the example of Facebook, because Facebook was the first one to really come down hard on algorithms. Now, Facebook at the beginning was for socializing. So once you set up a Facebook profile and you greeted, hi, today I'm in Nairobi National Park, everything, you post it would go to all your friends. They were able to access it, and also other people who are friends of your friends, etc. It had a very wide reach. Then at that time, when it was just for socializing, Facebook was happy because it is actually serving the purpose of socializing. However, now people started selling, and Facebook realized if we leave this thing open like this, people will sell and sell and sell and make money, and Facebook is not making money. So they started bringing in algorithms that if you post a message, let's say you have 3,000 friends, if you put up a post, it will maybe go to 200 of your friends. Of the 200, it will be a batch of the people that you normally interact with on Facebook, and then a batch of other friends that maybe you don't interact with. Why they reduce the reach like that? So that you do not become millionaires and then they're not making millionaires. But then they came now and told people, hey, guess what? You can no longer, your posts, organic posts are not reaching as many people. However, we have the option that is called boost. Boost your post so that now you pay some money and your post is made available to way more people. So that was the way of Facebook ensuring that your posts are not being seen by so many people. So if you want to engage in selling, then you pay Facebook so that it can put your product out there. So now, when it comes to algorithms, there are different ways of playing around it. Of course, you can never win the algorithms of Facebook. Once people master how to ensure my post will be getting to more people, Facebook tweaks their algorithm and makes it even tighter for you to be able, from just a generic post that you have not paid for, to reach many people. One of the things that they say is, one, to beat the algorithm or to at least ensure that you're able to do it, one of the things you do is you tag people. You tag people who you would want to see. When you do that, especially, it is likely to be seen by more people. Then another thing is you comment often in groups and to individuals who have posted. That way, when you post now your own posts, it is likely to go to many people. Then if you're posting from your page, if you have been posting consistently on your page, then the next time you post something that you're selling, maybe you have your cakes, you have an offer, or maybe if it's like you, Pauline, you have clothes that are for Christmas, you want to target people who are buying clothes for the festive season. If you have been consistent in your posting, then chances are your post will reach way more people than if you have been completely silent. Then now when your shipment comes from China, when it docks in Mombasa, you put out a post. That post that has not been being supported by other posts in the before then will not get as many people. And there are different ways of playing with the algorithm to ensure that you're getting your generic free posts are still getting an audience, a big enough audience for you to be able to at least attract some customers. However, with algorithms, if you really want to run a serious campaign, at times now you will need to put your posts as paid ads, or boost a post that you've already put in your page or in your personal profile. So algorithms deal with that. And at times algorithms, they get very tight. Like they see if it's Christmas season and you're selling things that look like they are Christmas-ish, they reduce the number of people who can see them, so that now you get frustrated and then you end up boosting your post or paying for a Facebook ad. There is not anything much you can do. You cannot do away with algorithms completely, because these providers of these social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, etc., all of them are in business to make money. So they don't want you to be the only one making money on their platform. They want you to come to your platform, make money, but in the meantime, as you're making money, you're also paying them. So that is it about algorithms. You can't run away from them completely, but you can at least play around. When you don't have a budget for boosting your posts or paying ads, then that still ensures that at least your posts are getting to more people. All right. So I will, like I mentioned earlier, I am not a social media marketing expert. However, I do invite people who get to speak, experts who get to speak on such topics. So, and Facebook ads and even just ads online, Google AdWords, this is something that people have been asking about. So we will get somebody to speak to us and explain to us better how to be able to do that. Pauline, have I answered you?
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Okay. So now, in the next, let's say, the next 15 or so minutes, what I would want us to do, let me see. Oh, Pauline, this one you answered when I asked you whether you had whatever. You ordered a phone once and it came without. How? Was that a factory defect or that was the make of the phone that didn't have a camera? So you can't take selfies?
Yeah, I couldn't take selfie or even attend a Zoom meeting like this, and
Oh
they
my
refused to
goodness.
take it back.
Oh, so sorry about that. Sorry. So now, Pauline, you are the one I had spoken to you earlier about us looking at your task. So I would want us to get to the page. Give me a minute. Let me share it. By a show of hands, by a thumbs up or an emoji, how many people have been able to get to task 3? How many people have been able to get to task 3?
I have an issue, Lillian.
Yes, yes, Philly.
When I finished my model, when I click the exit model, it takes me back to the beginning instead of going to the task. I don't know what to do.
Sorry about that. When did you last try it?
Even I tried it a few minutes before I logged in here because I thought my internet was a problem, but it kept doing the same thing. So I'm
And
stuck on that place telling me to start the course again.
oh my God, that is for module what?
3.
Module 3. Okay. And then when
Yeah.
you come to this part, you see this part here that shows the actual curriculum. Does it have this color? Like, is it blue? I mean, this luminous green. Does it have this color here?
I am using my phone.
Oh, you're using your phone. Okay.
Yeah. So when
Let
I click on that on the lines up there, it shows me what I'm doing currently on the third model.
Mhm.
And it shows that I've gone through them. But when I click exit the model at the bottom,
Mhm.
it takes me back to the beginning and tells me to start.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I will check on that and then well, I will get in touch with you.
No problem. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay. Okay. So now this one is about creating. Task number 3 is to create your e-commerce. E-commerce here doesn't mean that you're creating the elaborate e-commerce website. It just means that you are taking your business online. So the first question is, are you currently selling online? Is there anybody in this class who is not yet selling anything online? They don't post anything on WhatsApp, because remember, WhatsApp, by the way, it's selling online. So when you post things on your status, when you post things in marketplaces within WhatsApp, that is selling online. So is there anybody here who is not selling anything online? Like in this question number 1, you answered no. Oh, Pauline.
Yes, Lillian,
Yes,
sorry.
go ahead.
I am yet to start the online selling, so that's the answer I gave. No, not yet.
You're not
Yeah.
yet. You're not yet selling online. Okay. Hey, so now, Petronella, when do you plan to start selling online?
I think when I build my confidence with what you're learning, then maybe I can engage.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, there's always the first day will never be the best. If you show up for the first time and you do a perfect job, it means you took too long to start. You have over practiced and over practiced and over practiced. So just get your products, get a few images, short write-ups, maybe a flyer, and just throw it online and let the online space give you feedback on how you want
Okay.
to, how else you should engage.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
So there you say that you're waiting to learn more. Okay. So which e-commerce solution do you think would work best for you? And this one, I would want you, as you're answering this, answer it bearing in mind where you are currently and also looking at where you'd want to be in the next 1 year, 2 years, maybe by 2027, where would you want your business to be? So would you want to have a website that is working for you where customers can come and browse? Or would you want your things to be listed in Jumia or Soko? Or if you deal with foods, you're with Glovo or you're with Uber Eats, etc. Where would you want your business, which solution will work best for you? Or are you where the way you're engaging with your social media right now, it is working pretty good for you? By the way, in these three options, there is none that is the best option or better than the other. Like we said, consider your target audience, consider your product, consider your services, and then make a decision. If social media is working and working very well for you, you have vibrant sales and inquiries that come through your social media pages, then let social media be and go there and now go do a good and thorough job. Last week, on Thursday, we looked at how to ensure choosing the right social media type. Are you going to be the ones that are for the media, the ones that show videos and a lot of images, or are you going to be in a social media space that allows you to talk about your product, write about what you do, write about the solutions, write about the challenges that people who come to you face? Choose whatever it is. If social media is working for you, then social media it will be. So now let me go back there and ask Pauline. Pauline is the one on our hot seat for us today. Oh my, let's see. Yes, Pauline. So for you, when you look at your business, for question number 3, which e-commerce solution do you think will work better for you?
I think I've seen the marketplace from what you explained about B2B and B2C.
Okay, the marketplace for you, especially for the household goods business, the marketplace would really be able to assist you. So when can you give yourself a target to get to the marketplace or to get listed, even if it is with one product? You don't have to list everything at the beginning. You test your waters. If you have, say, of the household goods that you sell maybe 50 products, different products. Start with the ones that you know. Most of the time you get inquiries from people, and also maybe you're getting inquiries from people who are way a longer distance from you, because the goodness with the marketplace, especially let me speak about Jumia because I've experienced it. Jumia has partnered with G4S for their deliveries. So once you list on Jumia, you will be sure wherever there is a G4S, they will be able to deliver your products there. So consider that. So when do you think you can be in the marketplace?
I think beginning of next month I can start with at least one product.
Beginning next month, which is October. All right. Okay, that's good. And the others, as we are listening to Pauline's responses, also be giving yourself timelines. These questions are very good, but if you don't answer them with a date or a target in mind, then they will just be pleasant answers that you put in your tasks, but they are not helping you move your business. So this other one, question number 4, what service did you use to build your e-commerce? Now, this is for people who already have websites. It is people who are already on marketplaces, and people who are on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So what service did you use? So you can write here, if you have a website, you can say, was it built using WordPress or Wix, etc. Or if you are on marketplaces, which ones are they? Are you on Jumia, Soko, Uber Eats, etc.? Then when it comes to social media platforms, which ones are you in? Remember, in module 2, we chose the social media platforms we want to engage in. So which ones are you in? What did you choose? And then do you have a name for your store? Or are you called Sweet Cakes? And Sweet Cakes is a name. It's a good name. It sounds nice, but chances that a million other people thought the same way as you and call their business Sweet Cakes is very high. Give your name, give your store, your online store or your online business a name that is unique. You can add something, sweet cakes, another word, and then sweet cakes, so that when people are shopping online, they don't just see sweet cakes and then they get like 7 or 10 different service providers with the same name. And then what did you write about your section? And this is for those people who are saying, oh, I don't have a website, so I don't have anything to write in my about. Guess what? Even WhatsApp for Business, they ask you to describe your business. What have you written there? Or if you've not written, what do you intend to write in the about section? Remember, the information here should speak to the consumer, not to you. Remember, speak to the consumer, speak to the reason why they would buy your products or your services. Are they overwhelmed and therefore they're coming to you? Are they overweight and they're coming to you? Are they getting married and they're coming to you for a cake, or they're coming to you for bridal wear, etc.? Write the information in your about section to speak to them. Speak to the reasons why they would come to you. Then in the about section, also let people know. I've seen some people who have really worked even on their WhatsApp for Business pages. They have opening hours. They have location, just in case somebody wants to come to their physical business. And then they have some policies. Either they say you pay before delivery, etc. So that by the time the customer is engaging with you, they've already seen that. So they're not asking you, so now why do you want me to pay now? You've already communicated that information to you. To them. And then if you have a return policy or refund policy, when do you refund? When do you accept things to be brought back to you? And then what products or services do you sell? Now, this is the question. This number 7 is where you describe your product. What are you doing? By filling in this question, you are now developing content that you should take to your social media pages in the catalog part, the part where now you speak about what it is you sell. So you write clothes, let's say summer wear for ladies or summer wear for ladies and gents, age this, because summer wear for me is very different from summer wear for a Gen Z. They are all clothes worn during summer, but mine will be very different from the ones for a Gen Z. So describe your product so that whatever you have here, now the day you want to really work on the catalog of your social media page, is you're able to do it. So coming back to you, Pauline, what kind of products and services do you sell? Let's delve on your household business.
Okay. Oh, okay, good. I sell drinkware like water bottles, flasks, the portable flask. I sell kitchen equipment, small household, kitchen equipment, and bags like for school. I think those are my top selling regular frequent things that I sell. Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. So from those things you've given me are just the names. Would you be able to also write a small description? So you say water bottles that hard to break, have like now this one I'm using here. This one is an infused bottle. It has that tube in there that you can put your fruits, so that as you're drinking your water, it has the flavor of the fruit. So are they made from hard to break plastic? Are they made from material that can accommodate both hot and cold water? Short descriptions of your products. You're the one who knows them. And you also know the reason why maybe people want to buy those kind of products. So use those words in the description for your product. Don't just list them as names. Use the words. And also, what mode of payment do you choose? What do you normally use when customers buy from you?
M-Pesa, Pochi la biashara, and also for the other one I had a till. Yeah.
You have a till, you have Pochi, and you have regular M-Pesa. Regular M-Pesa, the one that I send you money.
No,
Money.
Pochi la biashara and still not regular M-Pesa because that one someone can reverse.
Yes, that one you should not even use it for your business. And then how do you ship your products when customers buy from you? Who are the courier companies you use? Or you have
So I
a
use
rider?
I use Pickup Mtaani or Super Metro or the courier bus service that someone may prefer, but mostly Pickup Mtaani.
Pickup Mtaani. All right, that's good. How convenient. I've never used or even interacted with Pickup Mtaani. How are they?
It's really good because they are located across Nairobi in residential areas. So whether I live in Kasarani or Ngong or Pumwani, Pangani, like across most of our common residential areas, they have an agent. So products go from either from agent to agent or from agent to CBD. Then in the CBD, they have a central warehouse. So if I'm in, they call the Mtaani in the residential area, I take it to my nearest agent. The agent takes it to CBD. Then from a customer can either choose to pick it from CBD or the product can again be taken to their residential area. Like if they live in Langata, probably there's an agent somewhere in Langata. So they've tried to have a reach across most of the common Nairobi areas. Yeah, it takes like 2 days for delivery to be done. Or if you want express, that's you pay more money. The customer will pay more money, but they get it like in a day. Yeah.
Wow, okay. And so how else how do you package your products? Do you have an identifier on that package? Is there anything that shows this came from Pauline? What's the name of your business?
Yeah, so it's called Prosper Collections, but so yeah, no, I don't have like a branded I don't have like branded packaging materials. Maybe that's something I can consider working on after this class.
Yes, because it makes you stand out from just every other person in the business. And you can start small. You can decide, right now, making branded bags is going to be expensive. You can get tape, just the regular tape, then it has your name. So as you wrap your whatever for shipping, that tape has your name. And then you can also have thank you cards that you put inside the bag so that when the customer gets it, they have a thank you card that comes from Prosper Collections and it has Prosper Collections contacts. So, and they always say, make your business cards or your thank you cards small enough to be able to fit in people's wallets. If you make it too big, it's good to have a big thank you card, but you know what? Once I read it, I will throw it away because what else am I supposed to do with that card? But if it is something small that I can throw into my purse so that the next time I want to get in touch with you, I have your contacts, make your thank you cards that small and they will work better than the big, more expensive cards that customers just throw into the dustbin. And how do you deliver? You said you use Pickup Mtaani. And that is the end of task 3. Task 3 is only 11 questions. These are way much easier than the people who did cohort 1 and cohort 2. The PDF, there is one I think that had 22 questions. And it was a PDF. You had to download it and then answer the questions and then upload it again. So anybody with a challenge on how they should go about answering their task 3 based on what you have read there? Anybody with a challenge? So we can all answer our tasks. Philip, Petronella, Paris. Hey, today it's only PPPP. All right. Okay. All right. It was a class for the P's. Anyone with a challenge? Phyllis, yes, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, hala, today only the peas showed up on a weekend. Asanteni sana, the peas. So go ahead and do answer your task 3 in case you have any challenge. Like Philly, I'm going to check on it right now, and I will send you a message via WhatsApp. The same with Pauline. You also said the same, that you're having a challenge with your task. I'm going to look at it, and then I will be responding to your WhatsApp, your personal WhatsApp, to let you know what's the problem. And then I wish you all the best. Our next class will be on Tuesday. Tuesday, we shall be looking at module 4. And then on Thursday, we'll be looking at module 5, which is the last module. Now, I had said that there will be a present for the first 5 people to complete the module. So I will be communicating that between now and Monday, so that now we schedule for when you can have your one-on-one coaching. Sawa sawa? Is that okay? Okay, all right. So thank you. In case I'm ready for a question or two as we finalize, as we bring this to a close. Any questions? And I see there's nothing in the chat. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sparing your time of our weekend. I know weekends are busy. We are all busy trying to get 1, 2, 3 things done, and you made time to come here. All I can say is, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord expand your territories. May the Lord expand your businesses. And like we said, please share your links, your social media pages in the group, so that we are able to see what you sell. Hey, if you're in the cake business, we are able to see what kind of cakes you're dealing with, so that you never know. Might be looking for somebody to make a cake for me, or might be looking for some of those household products that you're selling. Whatever it is, let us know what it is, so that we can see how we can be able to assist each other. So if there's nothing else for today, I say thank you very much. Have a good evening. And thank you, Paris. And may the Lord bless you, and the Lord bless your businesses. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.